Hello there everybody, Adam Cleary here for Trek Culture. And just before we start this incredibly exciting video, yes, I know what you're thinking, and trust me, I feel every inch as bad as I look, but there's no Sean around today, couldn't get Marcus, couldn't get Ellie, so you've got COVID Cleary, yep, him again, with some just stuff we have to talk to you about Star Trek Picard. I know what you're thinking, wait Adam, you're not well, shouldn't you be in bed? Is it not some kind of violation of your human rights to be sitting here on YouTube? Yeah, probably, but this is worth it. This is honestly like one of the most exciting things I've seen about this show in a very long time, and I want to break it down for you thusly. Vlad? There's also some building work going on outside. It's a nightmare. Right, just to lay all my cards out on the table, I would describe my enthusiasm for Star Trek Picard as always being somewhere in the region of... Like, I watched the last one, I'm going to watch this one. There were some things I really did like, some things I really didn't like. I don't really know why it exists, but I'm kind of glad it does. And in less than 2 minutes, there or thereabouts, of brand new footage, they have given us, let me see if I can remember off the top of my head, loads more Starfleet, Captain Rios, a Borg Queen, brand new uniforms, the first Romulan in Starfleet, and the return of the goddamn Stargazer. Yes, this all comes from some brand new clips being released on Wil Wheaton's Ready Room over on those internets there, and it shows a few scenes of footage from season 2 of Picard, specifically of episode 1, and in that, just to give you a quick rundown, we basically get an attack on a Starfleet vessel that ends with Picard trying to blow the thing up, but what appears to be a Borg Queen attempting to stop him from doing it. But just within that, and within all the other clips we kind of got released at the same time, there's just so much to unpack, so I'm just going to try and do that now. So first of all, they are back in Starfleet. Now, one of the main criticisms of Star Trek Picard, one of the ones I could definitely understand, was it just kind of felt like a generic space adventure that they'd used the Captain Picard IP for. I didn't really feel like it had a whole lot of Star Trek going on, and they had the copy and paste fleet at the end, and people didn't think it felt like Star Trek. Now, straight away from these scenes, it feels a lot more like Star Trek. It is clearly taking place on a Starfleet vessel. It is part of the Federation. We've got Rios back. Everyone's on board this ship. It looks and feels like people wanted it to look and feel. Now, we've already seen a couple of trailers for the Nova ships. We saw the Steam Runner ships. We do kind of think they're responding to that. If not criticism, certainly that feedback from the audience, and setting part of episode 1 on the bridge, albeit a crumbling one, of a Federation starship does appear to be something that's going to get a lot of people excited, me included. But it's not just that it's on the bridge of a Federation starship, it's way more than that, because it's not just any Federation starship. We see from a very quick beauty shot that it is none other than the USS Stargazer. Now, there is no way in hell you are sitting there going, so what's the significance of that? That's just a cool sounding name. Everybody knows that was Picard's ship before he was captain of the Enterprise. Little model of it used to sit in his ready room for years and years and years and years. Got the 4 warp nacelles. I had it in that episode of The Next Generation. That time, it's where he cut his teeth, it's where he learned his trades, where he developed the Picard maneuver. That ship means everything to him. He told Scotty that there were times, even though he was on the best, most luxurious advanced ship in the fleet, that there were times he wished he could go back and be in command of the Stargazer, because that was his ship. Now, he's not in command of this, we'll get to that in a second, but the fact that they have named another ship the Stargazer is incredibly cool. And who is in command, I hear you also ask? Well, it's none other than our good pal Cristobal Rios from the first season of Picard. He was, of course, the captain of the Lacerda. Now he appears to be the captain of the USS Stargazer. He has gone back to his commission in Starfleet. You remember the whole, I'm going to get the name wrong, the Ibn Majad, the Ishbin, I can't remember off the top of my head. He was on a starship, his captain died, he resigned his commission, he was now doing all the pirates, salvage, trade stuff with the Lacerda. Now he appears he is back in Starfleet. Not only that, has command of his own ship. He's the captain of this vessel. That's incredibly exciting. Although, I'm not having it, me. I was going to leave this till the end. There's some alternate theories about it, but I'm not actually having that any of this stuff is real. And why is that? Because of, freeze it, that cigar. There is no, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the most decorated captain in Starfleet. There is no way they are letting you smoke on your own bridge while you are on duty. I just refuse to accept that's real. Cool if it is, but not real. There is no, I know Star Trek's trying to be a lot edgier now. They said the F word in season 1, but there is still no way that Paramount, the networks, there is no way anyone would let you show the Captain smoking on. There's been all this stuff this week about Colin Farrell in the Batman having to fight to be allowed to hold a cigar as the Penguin in a, like, I think it's R-rated movie. Maybe not. There's no way they're letting him smoke on the bridge. This isn't real. I'll tell you what is real. Possibly, Elnor appears to be the first Romulan in Starfleet. There's a quick shot where they're back at the Federation Council, those shots we've seen of Picard standing in front of all those flags, and he gestures the crowd to applaud Elnor, who stands up in his Starfleet uniform. I couldn't see any rank insignia, so I'm guessing he's just a cadet. It would be weird if he'd somehow leapt forward in the command chain during the seasons. He stands up, takes a round of applause, no doubt because Picard's trying to make an observation that there is now even a Romulan in Starfleet. So broad is that church. And that's interesting. If nothing else, isn't there a Romulan in Starfleet? Probably the last of the major species we've never seen in a Starfleet uniform. And anybody's about to say in the comments, oh, we've never had a Cardassian in Starfleet. Adam, yes, we did. It wasn't real, but Riker had a Cardassian ensign. Yeah, I do remember this happening. It was in some alternate reality thing once. We have seen it, just never a Romulan, as far as I'm aware. And while we're on the subject of, I don't know, things, there's yet another Starfleet uniform. We see it in all its glory. It's black. It's got the shoulder things. The pips are back where I always think the pips should be. The badge looks very smart. Apparently, it's a big inspired crossover between the original movies and the Next Generation. Cool. But I will say, and I have it on good authority that your pal and mine, Sean, is currently recording a far more in-depth video about this, that there's too many uniforms now. There are too many uniforms and they have no idea what they're doing with the uniforms and they keep changing everything and it just makes no sense. Like the red ones from the motion picture, apparently they were in service for like 30 or 40 years. And now the timeline, if you look at it, they are changing their uniform every 6 months or something like that. We'll get to that in more detail, but here's another one and it looks really nice. Now that's kind of it in terms of new footage. We've obviously seen the Borg Queen before, but the thing does end with Picard trying to self-destruct the ship, which apparently only requires one command code now and lasts for 10 seconds. I'm not really buying that whole thing's real, by the way. That's another reason why. And the Borg Queen looks like she's about to try and stop him, so that's quite nice. And another thing, which I'm going to pretend was my idea, but Chris has literally just typed it out on the screen just next. See, I'm talking to him. He's right there on the screen right next to me. Does seem a bit weird that Picard's just so easy to give the order to self-destruct a ship called the Stargazer. It feels like it should be more of an emotional pull for him. So yes, I am nailing my colours to the mast and saying, this is really cool, but it's not coolly real. Oh, sorry, he's followed up and just said he meant easy as in just like, it shouldn't be that easy to self-destruct. No, okay, yeah, well, I did say that. I did say it did seem like it only took one command code. I thought Chris meant emotionally. So I guess we're just, there's two types of people, isn't there? Anyway, that's everything. And God, there's a lot in this little few teaser clips of Star Trek because we are still waiting for another trailer, I am led to believe. So that should be interesting when we do finally get it. But in the meantime, what has this done for your enthusiasm of season 2 of Star Trek Picard? Like I say, I'm always at, but I would say after this, I'm kind of at like, so let me know where you are. Please, I'm begging you, do it in just like type out the noise. No context, so everybody who didn't get to the end of the video doesn't understand. That would be so funny, actually. If you've made it to this part of the video, give me your thoughts in just a noise. Type that out, and then everybody who doesn't get this far will have a really confusing time reading the comments. Look, I'm not well, all right? Do this one thing for me, please, I beg. Anyway, also get me on Twitter. I might not have long left, at Adam Cleary, CLERY. Get Trek Culture, at Trek Culture. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. That was an incredibly long take to do when you're feeling short of breath, and I will see you soon. Oh, goodbye.